Okay, I hope you enjoyed the food. Did you feel like you enjoyed the food better than usual? And slow down the eating and enjoy the texture of your food. And you looked at the food and feel like you're appreciating more. So hopefully this can ignite your practice when you get home. You can enjoy your food, enjoy any food, low carb food, and sometimes not. Then it's still okay every now and then. Hopefully you think about if you're hungry or not hungry. So we're going to talk about breathwork and using breathwork as the mindfulness. So I've got a special interest in breathing. Hopefully you all are practicing breathing, but who understands and who practices breathwork regularly? Oh, I've got a few converts. The converts have actually been to my breathwork workshop. So I've been hosting breathwork workshops since November. I've been a breathwork facilitator since last year, July, and I've hosted 2, 3, 4 breathworks so far. And I felt like it's great that I've hopefully introduced this and people are practicing. The more you practice, the more you get better at it. So who thinks that you know how to breathe? Oh, not many. You don't know how to breathe? Who thinks carbon dioxide or oxygen regulates breathing? I know Ron knows, but carbon dioxide regulates breathing or oxygen? Are you running out of oxygen and then you breathe? That's it. So why you breathe is too much carbon dioxide. So how we regulate our breathing is because of carbon dioxide. In fact, actually, if you keep eating, in about 5-10 minutes, we're going to do a guided breathwork. Then there's no more eating. So finish up your own trays, and then while I'm talking about the theory.
And where's your food?
You've still got to enjoy your eating and be mindful eating for now. So what happens is a lot of people breathe wrong. That's called dysfunctional breathing. What happens is if you breathe too much, that's no good for you. Just like if you eat too much and you eat wrong food, you get overweight and you get metabolic syndrome and you get diabetes. When you breathe wrong, you get dysfunctional breathing, and that can cause a lot of problem. And I'm seeing a lot kids who breathe too much and they breathe through their mouth. That causes a lot of problem. And if you breathe too much, quite often you're breathing into your upper chest rather than deep breathing into the diaphragm. And that causes problems, that it raises your cortisol, it increases your sympathetic drive, and you're not calm. So what I'm going to prescribe to you is LSD. Absolutely makes you happy. So who knows what LSD is? So LSD for breathing is light. We want to breathe light. We don't want to breathe big and heavy. We want to do light breathing. S is, who knows S? What's S? Slow, that's it. So we want to breathe slowly. Slowing down your breathing is really powerful. And then D? Deep. That's it. Light, slow, and deep. So this is my prescription for breathing better, is breathe lightly. And in a moment, when I do the guided breath work, I'm going to teach you how to breathe lightly. Slow down your breath. Most people breathe 12 to 18 breaths a minute, and that's actually too much. If you slow down your breathing to 6 breaths a minute, sometimes, doesn't have to be all the time, if you practice slowing down your breathing, that can really calm yourself down. And you can try and do that when you're in the car. You can Breathe in for 5 and out for 5 seconds. And if you keep doing that, that's 6 breaths a minute. You can count your breath when you're in the car, slow down your breathing, and that might be able to just calm you down. If you're in traffic, you can practice slow breathing. And deep breathing is deep breathing into your diaphragm. And I'll show you when we do the guided breath work, how to practice deep breathing. So, the other thing is nose breathing is so much more better than mouth breathing. Who thinks they're mouth breathing? Any mouth breathers here? Yeah, so mouth breathing is actually quite detrimental. So you've got to realize the nose is for breathing, the mouth is not for breathing. And what's the mouth for? Eating and talking. So mouth is not for breathing, it's for eating and talking. There's about 30 functions of the nose. If you use your nose for breathing, it will do a lot of benefit. The nose hair will warm the air. The nose hair will humidify it and make your airway less irritated. And you're more likely to engage the diaphragm when you're breathing through your nose, more likely to slow down. And some patients that I see with chronic coughs, if I tell them to nose breathe, that actually fixes it. That's amazing. So ideally, you nose breathe day and night and even when you exercise. So some people say, how do I control night nose breathing? Who knows how do you control night breathing? That's it. So if you tape your mouth, some people say it's drastic, but if you tape your mouth, you get used to it. Give yourself a week, and if your first night you tape your mouth and you only last 2 hours, that's fine. The next night, if you last 4 hours, and maybe after a week you get used to it, you don't even feel it, and then you won't be mouth breathing anymore.
Last question, does it stop snoring?
It might. Maybe. So maybe you can give it a go. It's very cheap, like $2 a roll of micropore tape. I get it from the clinic. Yes, please.
I have at home, I have a CPAP machine. I try to do the nose breathing and it's completely helped.
Great. There you go. There's a testimonial. So nose breathing changed your breathing.
Yeah.
There was a man who had chronic asthma and he snores and he had restless legs. I just put a few information on the social media. He said he's followed me and done what I asked him to do, nose breathing, for after 3 days. He's changed his life. He's said, I've saved his marriage. What happened was his wife was happy to sleep next to him because he stopped snoring. And he's actually never been told that he needs to nose breathe. So throughout his childhood, in his adulthood, he just mouth breathed because nobody explained it to him. He had chronic asthma, he snored, and he didn't know. So after I told him, he practiced nose breathing and changed his life. He doesn't snore anymore. So you can actually train yourself to nose breathe, do light breathing, slow breathing, and deep. All right, so we're ready for a guided breath work. I'll put some music on. I'll get you to shuffle your chair to make yourself comfortable. I know this is ideally done as a lying down, but you can. So make yourself comfortable and probably better to close your eyes. Whoops. Sorry, there we go. All right, welcome. So what we're going to do is first get both of your hands. I'm going to get your hands to wrap your hands around your rib cage. And so like that. We're going to feel your rib cage. The ladies were going to be Wonder Woman and the men were going to be Superman. This is the Wonder Woman hold and Superman hold. We're going to take a big breath and we're going to feel our rib cage expanding sideways when we breathe in. When we breathe out, we're going to feel our rib cage drawing back. Breathing in and feel the ribs expanding out. When you breathe out, feel your ribs going in. This is deep breathing. Whenever you're not sure, you can become a Wonder Woman. Feel your ribs expanding. Or you can be Superman. Do this hold and you can feel your ribs going in and out. Let's do this a few times. Feeling your rib cage going out when you breathe in and feeling your rib cage going in when you breathe out. Another way to do this when you're at home, when you're lying down, you can put a book on your belly and watch the book going up and down. And that's how you notice if you're doing deep breathing. Well done. You can put your hands down, relax your hands, put it on your lap or wherever makes you comfortable. We're going to do a quick body scan. We're going to notice how we're feeling. Scan your body from top to toe. Notice how you're feeling right now. You might be grateful that we've got a chance to enjoy good foods, good company, and try and relax. Relax your head. Notice your eyebrows, your face. Relax your jaw. There's nothing to do for you right now apart from connect with your body and relax. Let your shoulders flop and notice your breathing. Notice the air coming into the nose and into the lungs. Imagine the air infusing oxygen into your body. Then the carbon dioxide goes up, tells your body to breathe, breathing out carbon dioxide into the air. Relax your arms and your fingers. And notice your belly going up when you breathe in. Notice your belly go down when you're breathing out. Relax your hips and your legs. Notice all 10 toes. Nothing to do for the toes right now. Take 3 slow breaths together. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Next, we're going to do some guided breathing. We're going to just do some balanced breathing, very easy exercise. Let's meet in the next exhale, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. In and out. In and out. This is balanced breathing. It's a great entry level for anyone to calm down anytime. You can do it when you're driving. You can do it when you're anxious. Breathe in for 4 and out for 4. And then the next level up, we're going to breathe in for 5 and out for 5. Let's meet in the next exhale. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In and out. Doing this in for 5, out for 5 is called coherent breathing. It helps you improve heart rate variability. If you know what that is, it's your heart rate going up and down. It slows down your heart rate. It can calm a nervous mind. And I've had people that tells me when they're about to have a panic attack, doing in for 5 and out for 5 just calms them down. And if you have nothing that you remember, this is the one that you should remember. Just in for 5, out for 5. Well done. Remember, you can use this anytime you like. You can use it to regulate your nervous system. You can use this to calm yourself down, feel grounded, plant your feet on the ground, remind yourself where you are. There's nothing for you to do right now other than concentrate on breathing. You don't have to worry about what you're doing tomorrow. That can wait till tomorrow. Well done. Let's meet in the next exhale and hold your breath. We're going to try a different technique called box breathing. So we're going to breathe in together, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. In and hold. And out, and hold. This box breathing has been used by the Navy SEALs when they're anxious getting ready for war. And this calms them down because they're paying attention to their breathing. And you can do it when you're anxious. You can get your box breathing out. And it's easy. You can do it anytime you like. If you're better at it, you can try in for 5, hold for 5, out for 5, and hold for 5. Building up on slowing down breathing helps your body to teach the body to build up carbon dioxide tolerance. Then you don't need to breathe as much. Just like you eat low carb, you're not as hungry, you don't need to eat as much. What we'll do now is we'll practice building a breathing ladder and see how high you can climb. And you can build on it. You can practice at home. Let's meet in the next exhale. And we're going to breathe together. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, and out for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out for 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Out for 14, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you can, join us in for 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out for 16, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Well done. Well done. You can relax and notice your breathing. Well done. The last thing I want you to do is get a finger out, and we're going to use the finger to put it under your nose. And we're going to breathe very light that your finger can't even feel you breathing. We're going to practice breathing very light that you can't even feel any air coming in and out on the finger. So this is light breathing. Normally you do big breath. We're going to practice invisible breathing that is very light. Imagine your finger is a feather and your feather isn't even moving. Imagine the nose hairs aren't even moving. So that is something you can practice at home. So let's conclude this practice by taking 3 breaths, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Well done. So I hope I've opened you up to breathing and practicing LSD, light, slow and deep. This is just very fundamental. If you come to my workshop, you get a 40-minute breathwork lying down, and that goes into some faster breathing. And if you like to come to my workshop, I've got one in Caulfield. It was in May, but it's been postponed to June because of being well, as not quite organised. So in June, I've got a breathwork workshop if you want to come. But if you want to subscribe to Insight Timer, it's an app, it's free. I've got my name on it. They've put my name there, and I've got about 15 breathing exercises that you can just go on Insight Timer. It's a free app, and you don't have to pay anything on the app. There's so many other apps that you can look into breathing, like Headspace or Calm. I started this journey by reading the book Oxygen Advantage by Patrick McKeown, so you can check him out, or Breath by James Nestor. So I'll just turn the music off. Whoop. I'm just gonna, whoops. It's this. I'm just gonna leave you with one last message. If you take home about breathing, if you remember the coherent breathing, so if you do 1 minute of coherent breathing, in for 5 counts, out for 5 counts, that will calm you down. I prescribe this exercise called 365 exercise. You can look it up on my podcast. And I've actually got a guided breathing exercise in the podcast called 365 exercise. 365 means do this 3 times a day, 6 breaths a minute, for 5 minutes. So if you do this 3 times a day, that is the best, amazing. If you do it 2 times a day, that is still amazing. If you do it once a day, that's still very amazing. So once a day, 2 times a day, or 3 times a day, 6 breaths a minute just means in for 5 counts, out for 5 counts, and for 5 minutes. That'll calm yourself down. So if you do it first thing in the morning, that'll set you up, reduce your cortisol, then you're calm in the morning. If you have 5 minutes at lunchtime, do this for 5 minutes, or 1 minute will still be good. If you do it in the evening at dinner time, then that'll set you up for an evening, and then that might help you sleep as well. So once a day is great, 2 times a day is even better, 3 times a day is better. So that's...
Would you do it before dinner or after dinner?
Doesn't really matter, whatever suits you. I hope that helps.
Thank you.